Pando, kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs, bunch of thieves and culture vultures ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard and they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil who is, I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi why he get them babies herpes. I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And another blasphemy of them, which they are Jews. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Yeah, go to Mr. No. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby. Run that shit up, Trey.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I go with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was living when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a sock, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like the dark. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang Tsung. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harvey. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them UPK rules. I make hits like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. Even low on this Lord, told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the cow. Then when you speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad. Got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steps. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they pray that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole start. Yeah, ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
From Westworld.
Let's get it.
Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Skimmer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it, feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage war. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing. Dog, I plan to keep you. Lose your mind where I'm from. I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost. So, losing times wasted at pacing you off track. I'm on there. You pray to God, hoping He can save you. But the power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One Westworld, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world, got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains, so when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have the deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire, when you hear it, you get baptized. One Westworld, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in their face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we come from have not, so that cash on the ground, cash, I start my bottom of the mud. I ain't give a fuck, burned out I was. From now in the
Many of a slum, a double crown from the high world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story.
actually hard.
UBK shit, South Coast shit, man. Shout out to Dr. Hey, get the money, hey. Get the money, nigga. Chase the paper, bitch. Keep all of your morals, never slave for shit. Ice up on my wrist. Yeah, I'm hood rich. I don't give a fuck about to get pop quick. Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm in the town. Niggas talking about that G, but now they come around. Can they come around? Yeah, I'm up, nigga. Man, fuck all of these hoes, get the bucks, bitch. I'm a young rich nigga, I ain't tryna flex. You can tell I'm cold by the ice around my neck. Straight up, BBS, I charge you, boy, you wanna test. I don't get no shot up by the nigga or bitch. Boy, I love the life I live, cause a nigga keep it real. Nigga freshly hell, take that drip, but get your spill. I ain't little flip, getting pimped up by the hills. I'm a straight G though, getting paper like a miso. That's that South Coast stain if you tryna hang. You be catered by the bang, boy, we rep the same. Nigga tryna talk, but we rep that murder game. Get your ass pop, ain't nothing to a G. All up, bitches wanna fuck, but hell no, I don't pay no fee. Bitches leak too deep, got that ice, I make you sneeze. All these niggas limit hell, can't even come around me. Bitches South Coast, South Carolina, bitch, I'm styling you.
Really no demons get control of me. No money get the best of me. No bitches getting up over me. Don't want much nigga, I'm sucker free. That's the way it gotta be. These niggas chain, these bitches chain, y'all chain is soak me. For real, this brotherhood a weapon. And bitch, we carry weapons. Like a rob on nigga ass won't even need a weapon. And y'all be represented. And y'all be well respected. And if you got a problem, then y'all better address it. You cross that line, we ain't show no mercy. Cross that line, you ain't gon' need search. You pull up and they getting up. You ain't making no move, you ain't got no purse. On UBK, so I ain't never worried. I'm putting them right, both of my hands dirty. For real, I learned from the OGs. I'm a young nigga, but I'm a certified priest. And not from Tennessee. In this mandatory that I gotta keep my heat. You should play it safe, and we gon' play with keys. For real.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So that you said that they put millions of my houses.
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering?
Absolutely.
Should a thief go to jail when he steals?
Absolutely.
Should a robber pay back the money he robbed?
Absolutely.
So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in that road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a dog. Payback is a
ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through it. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
One Westboro.
Right.
One Westboro.
Right. Everything is lawful.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my
Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did?
That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that when I'm in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. and singing shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through it. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellows.
Someday you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Westboro.
Right.
Hey, shalom. Okay. All right, shalom. Y'all by Shimmy, y'all Shabbat Gathah. While y'all with Shemar, thought by Shimmy, I'm shy. Everybody clap it up. All right. You understand? This is Officer Abraham of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General Yohana. We rocking it out here. You understand? I played that song twice because Payback is a dog, man. You understand? And it's gonna be some payback. It's some payback to our brothers and sisters, man. You understand? The native. I'm speaking of the Native Indians, man. You understand? To the whole nation of Israel, but we're gonna focus on the Native Indians tonight because of that wicked, nasty, disgusting holiday called Thanksgiving, where America is now eating turkey and celebrating the destruction of the so-called Native Indians here in America, man. We're gonna go into a couple of books. We're gonna go into a couple of books tonight. We're gonna dive into the deep, dark, untold history about Thanksgiving because people in America feel like you understand, they thanking God for what has happened over the past year, and they thanking the Lord for how things have been going for their life, that they not dead, the monkeypox didn't get them, or COVID-19 didn't get them. But really, you are participating in a old ritual, man. You participate in an old pagan custom that come from paganistic Satan worship, and it's all tied into together to make it seem like you thanking God for another year or whatever you want to say in that nasty, disgusting Christian church, who we find out is just molesting kids by the drove, by the hundreds of thousands, just molesting little children, just destroying their lives, and then you want to believe in some pastor in the Christian church, man. You understand? We got here with us in the room tonight. We got Salakia. I'm Officer Abraham. We got Officer Lahab. You understand? Clap it up. Officer 5000 Lahab in the building. We got Officer of 50 Palatya holding it down on the reading for us. We're gonna get it in, man. Clap it up. You know what I'm saying? The water for the brothers coming down and joining me tonight. You understand? With this breakdown class, of course, Esau gives everybody off their slave today because it's so-called Thanksgiving. Well, really, to participate in this holiday, you gotta be a heartless, disgusting piece of garbage. And now, My insults are to get you to see that what you're doing, at first is to get you to question what you're doing. Because I'm sitting up here saying that you're a heartless piece of garbage if you celebrate Thanksgiving. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because really the reason why you're celebrating Thanksgiving, if you celebrate Thanksgiving, is because this society told you to. If you really cared about people, like Christians all the time say they care about people, they love people, they love everybody no matter what. They gotta love everybody to get to heaven. That's what they say. Well, if you love the Native Indians that was destroyed because of Thanksgiving, then this will be the last year you celebrate Thanksgiving. This will be the last time you celebrate Thanksgiving. Somebody told me they was gonna come to class tonight, Pelayu. They said, I'm gonna come to class tonight. I started to tell this person, this is the truth. Everything is gonna block you from being at this class tonight. You understand? But you gotta push through and be at this class tonight because the Lord is testing you. Now, evidently, there's no one here, Pelayu. That person failed the test. You understand? That person failed the test that we often get here in this school. Every person gets it. Every person, come on. Thank you for chiming in, brother.
Absolutely have the very same story. I had someone that told me, I'm gonna come to class with you.
Mm-hmm.
Very close to me.
Right.
They're not here.
They're not here. They're not here. And behind not being here, that life, the heart is hardened toward the truth. Right. You understand? The Lord is giving them a chance to come in here and make themselves right, get themselves clean, like we did. You understand? Man, these ex-drug dealers and murderers behind here. You understand? But we cleaned ourselves up because why? Caring about the Most High's will was more important than what we had to do in the world. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Who was it, Biggie or Tupac that said, F the world, don't ask me for nothing? Biggie. Biggie said, F the world, don't ask me for nothing. Everything you get, you got to work hard for it. You understand? I remember that. I ain't a big rap fan, but I remember that. You understand? You got to work hard for it, man. You got to say F the world, man.
Right.
You understand? And come up in here because it's hard. It's going to get harder out here. All these mass shootings, we told you in the ISUPK that it was going to get worse. And it's getting worse. They said over 600 mass shootings last year, Lahab. Over 600. You remember when there was a time there was no mass shooting? You remember there was a time where there was no person picking up a gun and going into a public place and letting off shots at random people. Then it was so rare, it was only associated to the post office. That's what they used to say. He went postal on them. Because that was the first mass shooting here in America where that postal worker got disgruntled and went in the post office and murdered those people.
Right.
That was the first one. And then they said, oh, that's going postal. He going postal. They made a phrase out of it, made a meme out of it. Now, what you gonna say? Going Columbine?
Right.
Now, what you gonna say? Going UVA?
Right.
Now, what you gonna say? Because there's countless numbers of them, man. Come on with it.
Salakia, like you said, even on your job, you have protocols now because of mass shootings. Even in schools, they have protocols for what to do during a mass shooting.
Right.
It was once just a what was it? Just a weather protocol.
Right.
Now it's a protocol whether or not you have a shooter that has came into the school.
Right. Exactly, man. Exactly. Now for anybody that's exactly right, Pelayu. For anybody that got any questions, type your questions in the chat, man. You understand? Type your questions in the chat and we'll get your questions answered biblically. You understand? This is the scripture breakdown class. Right now, we're breaking down Thanksgiving, but you can ask any question on or off this topic. You understand? And we'll get you an answer for it. We got. You understand? Scriptural surgeons in here, man. You know what I'm saying? We got heavy hitters in here tonight. I ain't by myself tonight. We got, you know what I'm saying? Got the heavy hitters. Got the heavy hitters of North Carolina in here tonight. You understand? So first we're gonna go right to Zephaniah 2:1.
Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Where is that Salakia? That rest of that doors. Because we're gonna be drinking to our brothers tonight, man. You understand? Yeah. We're gonna be drinking to our brothers tonight. Because this right here, man, and to be connected to such a heritage as the Native Indians. Those, you see those beautiful garments they be wearing with the fringes hanging off of them. Pull up some good Native American pictures, man. We got the sister down in South Carolina. You understand? Make her garment every year, Palatia. I mean, beautiful garment, man, with the feathers. That's the water. Hey, Allah, if you want to, man, pull up a chair, man. If you want to. Okay, come. Yeah. If you you know what I'm saying? If you want to come on in, brother. All right. So with the garments and all that and all the prestigious culture that they have, man, you understand? That's a part of our nation. That's us, man. That's what the Lord gave us as a part of our nation. And I mean, some of the beautifulest women you ever want to see in your life. I mean, warriors, man. Look at the Apache. Look at the Cherokee. You understand? You got warriors that you look at Geronimo and Stormcloud, man, Sitting Bull. Like, you got people's names that are still being taught it today because of how glorious those brothers were, man. Go ahead and read for us.
Khan, Book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Mm-hmm. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
And we're not supposed to be gathering together with the so-called other nations, man.
Right.
We're not supposed to be gathering together with the oppressor, that colonized every stitch of land on the earth. That's not who we're supposed to be gathering with. We're not supposed to be running together with these other nations. The so-called Japanese and Chinese that's got stores in our neighborhood making millions of dollars. You know, a Chinese food restaurant makes $10,000 a week. $10,000 profit now a week that they send back to China or wherever, or that they or that they use to put their children through private school where you'll never see it. Come on with it.
They send that money to China, and it's us consuming their product.
Right. We're building the Chinese, and you see the pictures. I've never been over there, but you see the pictures of China, and oh man, it is crazy, man. It is crazy the way they got the buildings over there. Those big old buildings. You would be, oh man, it's something. It's a sight to see. You understand? To see those big old buildings over there in China and Japan and all that, man. Go ahead.
And further than that, the Chinese nation or the other nations, like the Arabs, they are established in every ghetto and barrio from here to South Central America.
Right.
And the government allows them to do it.
Right.
Because, like the scripture says in Psalm 83, you know,
they're confederate against us. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, go to that scripture.
So like
Psalms 83.
We basically are the spoil.
Right. Of the earth, man. And when the so-called government says celebrate Thanksgiving, they're celebrating collecting, being able to eat and feed themselves off the spoil, man. That they didn't, you know what I'm saying? That you got Andrew Jackson and George Washington them went to war, had to deal with the Apache Indians, had to deal with the Cherokee Indians, man. You ever heard about Roanoke? Roanoke was a scary story, man. where pilgrims just disappeared, and they still ain't found them pilgrims to this day. They had to deal with that. Now America can sit back and collect, and sit back and just feast and feed off of, you know what I'm saying, off of the spoil of this nation that's been conquered, and it's still feeding the earth today. Like, our riches are still not diminished, are not exploited. They're not gone. They're still here. Come on.
Salakia, just piggybacking off of what he said. You know, they in every neighborhood, they got a corner store, or they got a China shop, or even, like you said, all of our oppressors rule over us. And when they get tired of us, they kill us. Like the sister Latasha Harlins, she got shot in that convenience store over an argument over paying for orange juice when she had the money in her pocket.
Paying for orange juice. Man, come on, man. Say it again, man.
The sister Latisha Harlins got killed in a corner store over arguing with the manager. Her last name Sue. We know what
his nationality is, right?
We know what it's a woman. Shot her in the head, killed her over orange juice.
Over orange juice. And that's our nation for you right there.
In the corner store in our neighborhood.
So now in our neighborhood that they making money off us in.
Right.
So go ahead and read Psalms 83.
Book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O God.
This is a prayer that the prophet David made to the Most High. And he says, keep not thy silence. And it says, oh God, but Yahweh is the Lord's name in the Hebrew, man. God is just a title. But he said, keep not thy silence, oh Yahweh. Go ahead.
Oh Yahweh, hold not thy peace.
Saying, it's telling, asking the Most High, don't sit back and let this happen. Don't hold not thy peace. Go ahead.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Right.
Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a turmoil.
A turmoil is a disruption, is a disturbance. So what is that disturbance? Warring with the Native Indians, pushing them on reservations, the Trail of Tears, the whole history behind Thanksgiving. That's the commotion. That's the disturbance. You understand? That America just wants to push up under the rug and have us, celebrating Thanksgiving like it's a great time. It's not a great time to celebrate nothing, man.
Right.
It's not a great time. You're going to celebrate Thanksgiving when you got Native Indians right now that's on the reservation destroyed, and you're going to celebrate Thanksgiving. What about them?
Right.
What about them on the reservation, man? That's sitting there looking at America. All on TV today, this big old parade. They got all these performances, singing and dancing, doing all these dances, man. How insulting.
Right.
But now, when you get insulted, you offended.
Right.
Oh, don't insult me.
Right.
Don't.
Right.
Go ahead.
The world was offended over a man posting a book, a movie.
Right.
They're assaulted. Anti-Semitism.
Come on now. Come on with it, Pelaya. That Kanye West, not Kanye, but Kyrie Irving posted. He didn't even say it. He just posted it. So people can go and look at it for themselves, and America is offended.
Right.
And that's wrong.
Right.
But America offended a whole nation of people today, man. And nobody says anything about it. But at UPK, we will.
Right.
We will. If you don't have the guts to stand up and say celebrating Thanksgiving is wrong, the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, we will tell you it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
For lo, thine enemies make a turmoil, and they hate thee that have lifted up the head.
And they made a turmoil, and they hate thee. They hate the Most High. They lifted up their head. Don't it sound like Caucasian America? They hate the Most High. The Christian church has put one of their people, or the Christian church has put a so-called Caucasian up as the Son of God on the planet Earth. Caesar Borgia, the second son of Pope Alexander VI of Rome put his face up and said that he was the Son of God, let alone the countless descriptions of Christ in the Bible that said his skin was like in color to polished brass, to brown, you know what I'm saying? Like it burned in a furnace. So this was a very dark man. And the so-called oppressor put one of his people up as being this person, stole the identity, which is a federal crime. So many crimes that the oppressor commits against our people, and they have not answered for it. That's why I played that song, Payback is a Dog. Payback is coming.
Right.
Come on.
It's so wicked of the oppressor because that image alone has made them powerful.
Right.
That image alone makes every Caucasian or oppressed individual to feel mighty and feel like they're the God of earth.
Right.
Meanwhile, when we look at that image, we see our salvation.
It got to come by the hands of our oppressor.
Right, by the hand of our oppressor.
That's only right. We powerless. We powerless. So it's our oppressor that chose, or our Savior chose to rape us. So like, oh, okay, all right. So here out of war, switch Pelaya. Switch out with Pelaya. Pelaya, you get the guard. You understand? Yeah. I got officer of 1,000. I told you, man, the heavy hitters in here tonight, man. Got officer of 1,000. K out of war just came in the building, man. So lock it, so you can definitely get that. This right here. We had Psalms 83. We got Makawa that's tuning in online. You know, whenever he ready to present his face up there, you just add him to the stream. I got Officer Makawa online, and we rocking it out, man. So now you have a whole nation of people. Well, you have the oppressor being the savior to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. That's what you have being our savior. The same person that put us in chains, put chains around our necks and around our ankles, raped our men. You understand? Had our sisters, at their beck and call before, had our sisters suckle their children before our sisters could even feed their own children, man. And that image is what you put up in front of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and then say, "Oh, Thanksgiving, they celebrate Thanksgiving." That's wicked, man. It's wicked and disgusting. So now, I'm gonna have to share that. I'm gonna have to share the. We're gonna finish out Psalms 83. We're gonna read just a couple of more verses of Psalms 83. I'm gonna share this. Article with you, Polite. K out of war, and we're gonna get it. Hold on one second. So Cattle will read starting verse 1. Psalms 83 verse 1.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. Verse 2, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, man. What's that crafty counsel? That crafty counsel is to say, hey, let's create laws to keep blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from getting loans that economically attack their economy. You understand? Oh, you got Tulsa, Oklahoma? Let's bomb Tulsa, Oklahoma. Let's kill the black man's economy. He getting too much wealth. You understand? Let's lock our Hispanic brothers up on the border. Lock them up on the border. Don't let but a few of them in while they select you. Yeah, we drinking to the Native Indians tonight, brother. That's what we doing. Yes, sir. We drinking the Storm Cloud and Sitting Bull. You understand? And Geronimo, man. We drinking to all them brothers tonight that stood up so valiantly against the oppressor. Stood up where us in the tribe of Judah did not stand up, man. Go ahead.
It was real crafty counsel where, you know, like once again, the nations, they meet up with each other and they all represent each other.
Right.
They all represent each nation. But what they don't understand about America and what America has a grasp on is that America, when they go there, they only represent the people that rule it. They don't represent the black man, Hispanic, and the Native American.
Right.
Like, it's crafty that you can oppress them and then give them the worst education system.
Right.
The worst economic education. Like, it's crafty to keep you down and then promise you, after all the years of oppression, promise you certain things.
Right.
What was it? Affirmative action?
Affirmative action, the Civil Rights Act.
HBCU.
Right. HBCUs are women's liberation, all that.
A lot of HBCUs now, the oppressor takes advantage of that money.
Right. Because of the accreditations. The accreditations. And to be an accredited school, you have to drop the teachings of the history of your ancestors. That's what they make HBCUs do. They make them drop. You know, HBCU was historically black college where when you come in the first 2 years, it was black culture. You had to take classes that was on black culture, black history. You know what I'm saying? And they delved into it. The inventors and all that. Well, now to get funding and to get your college to compete with the other colleges, with the UNCGs and the UNC Chapel Hills and the North Carolina States and the other colleges around the country, you have to be accredited. And now to be accredited, the so-called oppressor makes you drop all that curriculum and take his curriculum. Just like in the schools, in the county schools. In the county schools, you teach what the oppressor wants you to teach. You can't go in there. That's why they got so mad about critical race theory. They got upset that the so-called children was learning about how bad slavery was and how we did not volunteer for slavery. You understand? So they said, no, you can't teach that. Man, we are oppressed on so many sides. We are at war on so many fronts that it's astronomical that we still are here. And then we want to turn around and celebrate Thanksgiving. Come on, Pelaya. Yes.
You're gonna learn stuff. You're actually learning from white professors, believe it or not.
Right.
In your second semester, you will be taking Western philosophy.
Right.
You will be taking history from European standpoint.
Right. And that's how they do it. And now I went to Winston-Salem State. You see what I'm saying? So I went to a national, historically black college or university. And when I went there, part of the core curriculum was African American studies, so-called Black American studies, where they went and tried to find and said and tried to teach us what we were before slavery. They couldn't go back and say we were the real Jews, but they had exhibits in the library where you could go and it was telling you how the real Jews dressed and that they were not a white people. They were a dark-skinned people. You understand? That's what I learned in college. So now you got all the expanding of Winston-Salem State, and it's because their accreditations. They started going for those accreditations and getting them and dropping the Black history portion out of their school, out of their curriculum. Go ahead.
And so, like, if I can add on, one big up Officer Michael Wall join the stream.
Okay, big up Officer Michael Wall, one of the Kentucky 8, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a famous brother. You know? That's right. Go ahead.
With the HBCUs, I don't know if y'all was talking about it right up, but just recently they've been finding out how to tax them because they haven't been. They claim that with the HBCUs like A&T, Winston-Salem State, Bennett College, in the area that we from, right? They've been finding out or figuring out that, or they've been recruiting people from out of state,
right?
Hitting people. They've been trying to tax the colleges, right, with mega money.
Wow.
Finding different ways to do what?
Oppress them. Oppress them, man. Because out of state funding, they get their out of state funding because they got a portion of their students that's out of state, so they get their out of state funding. Man, let me tell you something. Payback is a dog. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep going with Psalms 83, and we gonna bring out how it's more than one people against us. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Verse 4, they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more in remembrance.
That the name of Israel in the Hebrew is Yasha'Allah. It means prince of the power, man. That we don't even remember when our nation was called Yasha'Allah. We don't even remember, man. Like when I heard this, I was like, what? It was baffling to me that my nation, people could call us black, but no, our nation is really Israel. That name, Israel, really in the Hebrew is Yasha'Allah. Yasha'Allah in the Hebrew means prince of the power. That is, man, that blows your mind when you hear it as a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian young man, girl, woman, child. It blows your mind because now you like, oh, whoa. My nation ain't called black. My nation's not called African American. Not only is the nation not called African American, your nation is the nation that Christ died for. The same nation that Christ was a part of was the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Like that should be enough to drive every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian in here by the droves. But we so engulfed in America. We so engulfed in Thanksgiving. We so engulfed in joining ourselves to our oppressor that we don't see that we have a rich heritage that we should be following, man. Go ahead.
We don't look at each other as a prince.
Right.
We don't look at each other as anything other than, you know,
A nigga, a spick, a wetback, a coon. You know what I'm saying? That's what. Right.
And we gotta celebrate the holidays given to us by the people who pulverize.
Right.
That's what we gotta.
That's what we got. That's all we got.
And princes don't accept what other nations press upon.
Right.
A prince is a prince of that power.
Right.
And that when we realize who we are, when we realize in that Bible that we are the that's when things change.
That's when things change. And that's what we here in the ISUBK push every class, every day, every time we go out on that street corner. We pushing that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, and we should come back to our nation so we can we can gain the respect that we so duly deserve. You understand? We've been getting trodden underfoot because the oppressor has to trod us underfoot so he could be above us. You understand? But when we start to realize that the Lord chose us, the Lord is our power, we'll start to look at each other differently. Our women are starting to look at the brothers differently. The brothers are starting to look at the women differently. The women are starting to look at the children differently. You want to know why black brothers are against sisters? It's because they don't know who they are. When you come into the Israelite school of UPK, you're automatically looked at as a princess. Like people, whoa. When you walk into the room, they're like, oh, wait, that's a princess right there. Brother walk into a room and that's like, oh, okay. Hey, that's an officer, that's a priest right there. You treat it with respect. And so since you're treated with respect, you see that you're not some piece of garbage in the gutter. You see who you really are. You see that you are the prince of the power, princess of the power. So that if you can see it, then you can act that way. And we can bring this nation back, man. And we can't do it celebrating Thanksgiving. Because if you celebrate Thanksgiving, you're celebrating the victory of your oppressor. And you can't celebrate the victory of your oppressor because your oppressor oppressed you. You understand? He didn't gain his victory over some willy-nilly tribe out in the middle of nowhere. Come to find out, he gained this victory over our nation. The Native Indians was a part of our nation. You understand? One of the lost 12 tribes of Israel, the tribe of Gad, and also the Taino Indians. You understand? Issachar, and who else, Lahab? Issachar and Asher and Zebulon. You understand? Come on now. Go ahead.
It's like if I could add on to it. It wasn't like it was a fair fight. It was a straight sucker punch.
Right. They couldn't do it in a fair fight. They had to go, ho. I'm gonna put my gun down. And then they go slower. And the Native Indians go faster. They get to the ground. The Native Indians get to the ground and they luring them. They luring the women and children to have a feast. They show up with guns, and of course the women, the chiefs show up with their families unarmed because we come in here to talk. We come in. That's how black people work. We come in to chill, have some drinks, eat and be merry. Y'all come loaded to the gills. And then eat with us. And then while we sleeping and full and guard down, you come send all the men and send all the men outside. Come on.
It was never fair because as the Lord's people, we had so much compassion. We had so much compassion for even those that oppress us.
Right.
Because we're the Lord's people.
Right.
Because the Lord is a compassionate entity.
Right.
And he has full of mercy. So when these other nations, in their demise, when the oppressor came down here, then what the scripture says, his words are smooth as butter.
Right.
But his heart is war.
And his heart is war.
It was fair because we wasn't trying to fight them. We was trying to help them.
Right.
And that's why it has to be written in the book, Lahab, because it has to be warned to us that this nation, hey, their words are smoother than butter, but war is in their heart. So you can't go off their words. You have to go off of what the Lord says in their heart. You understand? So you can't be fooled. Go ahead.
Even the deals that we broke. I have a book where it's like all of the massacres of our Native Americans. Well, just a few of them that you can capture. There's one that's the Sandcastle Massacre in Colorado Territory in 1864, when nearly 800 was supposed to be protected. They snuck in when the warriors were out hunting, and they killed everybody. This is a day after they broke the deal where their territory was supposed to be protected. So we'll broker a deal with them, thinking that we're gonna be treated fairly, even though we should separate from them. But we'll broker a deal, and a day after that deal was brokered, they swoop in, killed everybody, raped everybody, burned everything to the ground. That's just one of the massacres when it's talking about Native American people.
That one of the massacres, and we're gonna read about another massacre too. So now, where you stop that?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and verse 5. For they have consulted together.
That's the one. Read that again.
For they have consulted together.
They have consulted together. Go ahead.
With one consent. They are confederate against thee.
They have consulted together. It's going to read who the they is in a minute. But they have consulted together. They are of one consent, meaning they all want to do the same thing. Go ahead.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom. The houses of Edom. Tabernacle means house. Edom is a nation. And when you look at Genesis 36, Esau became Edom. Esau was that man born without pigmentation that was hairy and red all over. Now you go now with that description, you know who Edom is. Edom became a nation. Edom became that nation of pale-faced men. Men without pigmentation. Men that when they get mad, they faces get red. Men, when they get excited, they get red. Men, when they get cold, they get red. Men, when they get hot, they get red. They even call themselves rednecks. So now that nation of Edom is that red is Adawam means red in the Hebrew. It's that red nation. Those rednecks. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, you know what I'm saying, over there in Bollywood and Iraq and Iran, them ones over there that made the ships, that built the ships for the Pinta, the Santa, and the Santa Maria, and it was the Mayflower, yeah. The Pinta. I know it's that other one in the Santa Maria. Those are three that Columbus came over on. You understand? Go ahead.
They own, the Arab nations are rich in petroleum.
Right.
And they set up shop in our community. We make them richer than them.
Right.
Well, listen, if you go to any Arab store or East Indian store, it's nothing but cheap liquor,
Philly blunts,
cigarettes, and just alcohol.
And fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the so-called Arab know what moves black people. Right. 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 And it's saying so right here in the scriptures. This is the Old Testament. This ain't the New Testament. This was way before, the 7-Elevens. They are confederate against thee. David is crying out to the Most High, saying, Lord, they forming conglomerates against you. the houses of Edom, the houses of the red man, and the Ishmaelites, the Arabs. Go ahead.
Of Moab.
Of Moab, and the Chinese. Moab is Chinese. The two children that Lot had from his daughters, because his daughters thought that after Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed, they was the last people on earth. Dumb and stupid women. That's why women need a leader, man. That's why women need a leader. And I'm hearing over and over again that women mature faster than men, and that's such a goddamn lie. It's such a lie. Who is expected to be on their own first? A man. Who's expected to suck up life's trials and still move on first? A man. A woman she's always late after, later to get out the house. She always need more protection than what a man needs. But a woman matures faster than a man. And you can get a woman 30 years old and you tell her no, she can't get the purse, and she have a full-out temper tantrum like a goddamn baby. Trying to tell me a woman mature faster than them. You got to be out of your goddamn mind. Come on.
Just a real quick comment. I know a common phrase. I know we all heard. We heard man up. We never heard woman up. You heard man.
Yeah, you heard man up. Yeah, you've heard man up before. That means suck up. That means suck up all them tears, man. Stop getting this pity party about just move on. That's what it means. Oh, a woman can sit down and he left me, broke up with me. Well, you got what to do because he had a Trans Am and he had 26s on it. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you know what? It would, if it wasn't for this truth, man, and Commander General Yohana, I would have fell for the shenanigans, man. The shenanigans of this world saying that women mature faster than men, and you just look at a woman's actions and you will see she does not mature faster than a man. She does not. She's the one that needs protecting. When the bump go thumpity thump in the night, she ain't trying to grab the shotgun and go look at it for herself. She trying to shake him. Hey, I think it's somebody outside. You know what I'm saying? When she can't get what she want, she get mad. She's the only being on the planet that uses what she got sexually to get what she wants. When a man needs a new car, he don't go wagging his Johnson around. You know what I'm saying? He don't go wagging his Johnson around on 95 to get what he wants. You understand? Only in America, where a woman, she's in poverty, the first thing she do is want to sell some tail, want to climb down a stripper pole. You trying to tell me that's maturity? Where you got to get high to do this profession? You got to be on drugs. You got to subject your body to abuse every day. You think that's a mature decision? You dummy. That's why there is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commander General Yohana, man. And you got, and who celebrates Thanksgiving the most? It's women. Come on, Pelaya.
I work in corporate America, so all the women that be in there, all they talk about is what they gonna cook, what they gonna do this, what they gonna do that. It's a women thing. It's a feast. It's a feast of their holiday.
Right.
It's their stuff. Big mamas or grandmamas, you always go to grandmamas house. Don't go to grandma's house.
Right. Right. Because that's who really makes Thanksgiving work. And America knows that women are gullible. They know it. So they appeal to every, that's why you see on the turkey commercials, you see the woman sitting there presenting the turkey. You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, fried turkey, you ever had fried turkey? Fried turkey is 10 times better than baked turkey. When they inject that joint, only men do this. Now, I'm just saying. When they inject the turkey with them flavors, and my brother do this. My brother does this. I mean, he's an expert. He deep fried the turkey, but he injected so many times with this flavoring. It could be butter. It could be, Italian ranch. It could be all this they inject the turkey with, right? They deep fry the joint, and it's 10 times better than baked turkey. So now why is in America for Thanksgiving advertising all these deep fried turkeys? You know why? Because women don't deep fry turkeys. That deep frying a turkey, just go on YouTube, see how dangerous it is to deep fry turkey. I'm saying, it's dangerous. If you put too much grease in that joint and dip that turkey down in that overflow, you instant yard fire right there. Instant fire right there. Ain't no woman deep frying no turkey. But what you see during Thanksgiving, that's how you know that America has a scheme on another level that you got to open your eyes. You got to be taught to see. Because they never show you the countless women with because you got to put it on a plank and everything in the middle, and you got to have one on one side. They got to lower it down in there so they can stay away from the grease popping. But you don't ever see them commercials. Only thing you see is the woman and the stuffing. Turkey and stovetop. That's all you see. Yeah, stovetop. Look at my basted it. No, they get the little base, drizzling juice all on it. You never see them talking about, the deep fried turkey, because that's too dangerous for a woman. That's how you know it's geared toward a woman. It's geared, and women are they are so, America got a woman so gassed up that she knows she being bamboozled, but she won't catch it. A brother tried to tell her, "Hey, yo, man, you being ran, you being gamed up." No, not. I know how to know when I'm being gamed up. Come on, polite. Can't even cook, right?
Some of these women can't even cook. I had sisters bring me lunch at my job. They bring lunch in there. I was like, yeah, this ain't what you. But during the holidays, they be like, what I think in my mind, who you got the boys?
Right, exactly. But apply you. Women mature faster than the minds. In the minds. So light years ahead of us, a woman matures at 18. She's ready for the world. A man, is a good 30 before his mind matures enough to know. Come on, Lord, what you got?
Just on a sidebar, this whole month, ain't any no turkey on any of my plates.
Right.
Because that's like the turkey itself becomes a god to people.
Right.
The turkey itself on this exact so-called Esau holiday is what they worship. They worship the turkey. Like it's being worshipped right now.
Right. Exactly.
And like you said, even though the best turkey is the fried turkey, they're still willing to eat that dry turkey. They gotta have a turkey. It's being worshipped. It's being worshipped.
That is, hey, look. Go the article that I forwarded to you. Go ahead and pull that out.
Oh God, this is the real truth behind the holiday Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day is the most observed holiday in the USA, which is celebrated by people of all races, colors, ethnicities, and even religions. It is a day which family members gather to eat turkey, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie. Thanksgiving holiday falls on the last Thursday of November. There is even a White House event in which the president pardons a turkey on Wednesday.
So that's so many turkeys being killed. You know, the president goes and every year he pardons his turkey. You know what I'm saying? He says, okay, you know, we won't kill you this year. You're the two that survive. Go ahead.
That lucky turkey
damn
gets to live.
Damn.
And fly first class to Disneyland.
They gonna send the turkey to Disneyland. You know what? America, boy. America is so stupid. Like, this turkey is gonna really understand it's going to Disneyland. Come on with it, man.
Where it is Grand Marshal in the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Unfortunately, another nameless bird gets slaughtered in his place.
Salakia. Come on, let it keep going.
Like every other major popular celebration in our world, Thanksgiving has its history. Not a pleasant one, though. The kind that we often hear, which associates it with the pilgrims that landed in the New World.
Okay, now skip a couple of lines down where it says Plymouth in 1621.
Plymouth in 1621, probably in mid-October, but the Indians who attended were not even invited. Though it later became known as Thanksgiving, with giving thanks to the Most High, Though it later became known as Thanksgiving, with giving thanks to God for the harvest of the land, the Pilgrims never called it that. So what did really happen in Plymouth in 1621? For that, we have to dig deeper into history, away from popular myths and traditions, the imagery of a picnic of interracial harmony, and come to terms with some of the most terrifying bloodsheds in New World history. We are told that on September 6, 1620, the Pilgrims had set sail for the New World on a ship called the Mayflower. They sailed from Plymouth, England. When the Pilgrims crossed the Atlantic Ocean, they landed on the rocky shores of a territory that was inhabited by the Wampanoag Indians.
Right.
It was there that the Pilgrims decided to settle. The Pilgrims' biggest concern was attack by the local Native American Indians, but the latter were a peaceful group and did not prove to be a threat. Any visitor to a Wampanoag home was provided with a share of whatever food the family had.
You see what's going on? The Pilgrims is worrying about them attacking, but no, that wasn't the case. The Wampanoag Indians accepted them into their home, and even when they didn't have much food, fed them anyway. That sounds just like a black home in America today, where you unexpectedly show up at this sister house and she only got enough for her kids, but she give you a plate anyway. You find out later on that she really didn't have that much, but you got a plate anyway. Go ahead.
Even if the supply was low, this same courtesy was extended to the Pilgrims when they met. We can only guess what the Wampanoags must have thought when they first saw the strange ships of the Pilgrims arriving on their shore. But their custom was to help visitors, and they treated the newcomers with courtesy. It was mainly because of their kindness that the Pilgrims survived at all.
Remember in the law where if a stranger be passing through, and even though he sojourneth, you supposed to bid him to stay with you. You know that law? That's the same law that the Native Indians are showing here. The problem is that they're sinning against the Lord because it's only supposed to be towards their nation. And that's our problem. The problem with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is it's not you, it's not your saggy pants. You know what I'm saying? Or your dancing or your twerking. That is a problem. But the main thing is that you try to join yourself to these other nations. That's the main thing that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians try to do. We try to love everybody, and you cannot love everybody. Keep going.
The wheat the Pilgrims had brought with them to plant would not grow in the rocky soil. On March 16, 1621, what was to become an important event took place. An Indian brave walked into the Plymouth settlement. The Pilgrims were frightened until the Indian called out welcome in English.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Samoset, and he was an Abenaki Indian.
Mm-hmm.
He had learned English from the captains of fishing boats that had sailed off the coast. After staying the night, Samoset left the next day. He soon returned with another Indian named Squanto.
Here we go. That's where Squanto comes into the picture. And we teach about him every year. You know what I'm saying? But here's where he came into the picture. Go ahead.
Who spoke better English than Samoset? Squanto told the Pilgrims of his voyages across the ocean and his visits to England and Spain.
Mm-hmm.
It was in England where he had learned English. Squanto's importance to the Pilgrims were enormous, and it can be said that they would not have survived without his help.
So this is Squanto was the Native Indian that really was side by side with the so-called oppressor. I mean, he was their right hand man. He was the one that they went to when they had gangrene on their feet. They was cold. He really was like, I gotta help this man out because he's, the oppressor, and I must love him. Go ahead.
The Pilgrims needed to learn new ways for a new world. They were not in good condition. They were living in dirt-covered shelters. There was a shortage of food, and nearly half of them had died during the winter. They obviously needed help. Squanto brought them deer meat and beaver skins. He taught them how to cultivate corn and other new vegetables and how to build Indian-style houses. He pointed out poisonous plants.
He taught them how to build what?
He taught them how to cultivate corn and other new vegetables and how to build Indian-style houses.
And then how to build what?
Indian-style houses.
How to build who?
Indian-style house.
Teepees.
Indian-style house.
That's how the Indians live, in a teepee out in the middle of the desert, with all they was a tent. It was called what?
Indian-style house.
We've been teaching this for a long time. The Native Indians wasn't living in teepees, man. They built houses. The only reason for those teepees was because they was on the run. It was something they could throw up. A tent you throw up real quick and you break it down. That's the source of the so-called oppressors' $1 million industry today with all these tents. He make so you can put it up and break it down. He got that from the Native Indians, man. Come on with it. Go ahead.
If I could also add to the many pyramids that they found over here on the Western Hemisphere in North and South America,
right,
all up and through the land,
right.
A lot of pyramids, a lot of major constructive sites that they found, underwater cities, all kind of things.
Right, and it just proves that we were building. The Native Indians were making buildings. They was making structures that were permanent. Not just living in tents all the time. Go ahead.
They make such a mystery of the pyramid. Build the pyramid, ancient technology and they're so heavy. What they don't understand is what it means to be a slave and what it means to be Blacks and Hispanics. We built the pyramids because all it takes is 1 million slaves to do that. Just like we built in America today. You look at the skyscrapers out there in downtown Raleigh, Charlotte. You would say, well, yeah, how did they build that? If the technology get lost, the oppressor want to make it like it's so impossible so that we can be erased from us even having anything to do with building an empire.
Right.
Like it's so hard to build. When all we ever done was build. We built for Pharaoh in ancient Egypt when we were slaves in Egypt.
Right.
And what's so hard about building when you make a whole nation a slave? It's not hard.
Right.
It's not hard. Just like we built America. Just like we built America today. It's not impossible for us to do so. But the oppressor these days, they want to make it seem like, oh man, those pyramids were built with some ancient technology from millions and billions of years ago and some catastrophe happened. Just so they can discredit the fact that Black and Hispanics were slaves in the past.
Right.
They want to discredit it that way.
Right. And just say there was always savages and, savages just roaming, nomadic savages. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Come. He taught them how to cultivate corn and other new vegetables and how to build Indian-style houses. He pointed out poisonous plants and showed how other plants could be used as medicine.
Mm-hmm.
He explained how to dig and cook clams, how to get sap from the maple trees, use fish for fertilizer, and dozens of other skills needed for their survival. By the time fall arrived, things were going much better for the Pilgrims. Thanks to the help they had received, the Pilgrims decided to have a Thanksgiving feast to celebrate their good fortune. Captain Miles Standish, the leaders of the Pilgrims, invited Squanto, Samoset, Massasoit, the leader of the Wampanoags, and their immediate families to join them for a celebration.
So now, they said because Squanto and them, taught them all this, how to survive and everything like that, they wanted to have a feast to celebrate them, They said they wanted to read that part again, where they wanted to have a feast to celebrate their good fortune.
The Pilgrims decided to have a Thanksgiving feast to celebrate their good fortune.
After all Squanto taught them, they said, let's have a feast to celebrate the good fortune. Go ahead.
Captain Miles Standish, the leader of the Pilgrims, invited Squanto, Samoset, Massasoit, the leader of the Wampanoags, and their immediate families to join them for a celebration. As the Thanksgiving feast began, the Pilgrims were overwhelmed at the large turnout of 90 relatives that Squanto and Samoset brought with them.
Right. They 90 people. They said they want to have a feast and they go bring 90 people, man. Don't that sound like black people? That sound like black people. Hey, you go to have a feast, they bring people that you like, wait. You didn't say you gonna bring all these people. Yeah, I didn't invite them. I thought it was just gonna be you, him, his family, and they family. They bring 90 people. Read that part again. It was what?
The Pilgrims were overwhelmed.
The people were overwhelmed, right?
At the large turnout of 90 relatives that Squanto and Samoset brought with them.
Go ahead.
The Pilgrims were not prepared to feed a gathering of people that lodged for 3 days.
Right.
Seeing this, Massasoit gave orders to his men within the first hour of his arrival to go home and get more food. Thus it happened that the Indians supplied the majority of the food.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They said, look, They come and they say, well, we ain't prepared to feed y'all in 3 days. Hey, go get some more food. They say, and they say, oh, we got enough. We brought the food right here. Look, we brought 4 cows. Hey, we got enough food. Hey, let's party, man. Let's celebrate this union that our newfound friends. Come on.
Contrary to the fabricated law of storyteller generations, no pilgrims prayed at the mill.
Mm-hmm.
What's more, they consumed a good deal of home brew.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, each pilgrim drank at least a half gallon of beer a day, which they preferred even to water.
Mm-hmm.
This daily inebriation led their governor, William Bradford, to comment on his people's notorious sin, which included their drunkenness and uncleanliness and rampant sodomy.
Whoa. Here we go. Hey, look, we always said the oppressor was gay, man. We always said the oppressor was gay. You know what I'm saying? He get drunk and the real truth come out. Come on with it.
Later, as the pilgrims grew in number, they started showing intolerance to the Indians and their religion. The relationship deteriorated. Any Indian who came within the vicinity of pilgrim settlement was subject to robbery, enslavement, or even murder. The pilgrims further advertised their evil intentions when they mounted 5 cannons on a hill around their settlement, constructed a platform for artillery, and then organized their soldiers into 4 companies, all in preparation for the military destruction of the Native American Indians. Pilgrim Miles Standish went to the Indians, pretended to be a traitor, and then beheaded an Indian man named Wituwamet. He brought the head to Plymouth, where it was displayed on a wooden spike for many years. Standish had the Indian man's younger brother hanged from the rafters for good measure. From that time on, the whites were known to the Indians of Massachusetts by the name Watauquanange, which in their tongue meant cutthroats and stabbers. A monument in Weymouth, rededicated in 1923 to commemorate the 300th anniversary of settlement, still bears testimony to the encounter between the natives and the white settlers under Miles Standish that killed Indian chiefs Pequot and Wituwamet in March 1623.
And read that last little bit.
By the mid-1630s, a new group of 700 even holier Europeans, calling themselves Puritans, had arrived on 11 ships and settled in Boston, which only served to accelerate the brutality against the Indians.
It only served to accelerate the brutality against the Indians, man. Come on.
So, Lockie, if I could just say one thing just real fast. We know in history that George Stinney was the youngest brother to be murdered, right, by the U.S. government back in the early 1900s. We read that it was a young Indian girl, younger than him, that was murdered during this time.
We about to read about it because this is the incident. This is the actual incident that happened in 1637 for America to actually declare this is Thanksgiving Day. This is the time Abraham Lincoln looked at and declared it Thanksgiving Day around this time or whatever. But it's this incident right here that solidified Thanksgiving, the celebration of Thanksgiving. So this paragraph right here, one more paragraph, Keanu Ward. Then we're gonna go to the scriptures.
So
in one incident in 1637.
1637, a force of whites trapped and killed some 700 Pequot Indians, mostly women, children, and the elderly.
Mostly women. This is a force of whites killed, trapped and killed 700 women, children, and elderly people. women, children, and elderly people. This, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why Japan and China surrendered to the U.S. so after they were bombed with nuclear weapons. It's because America don't fight against your army; they fight against you. You understand? They come bomb you. They don't go and get it set up against your army. Nah, they bomb your city blocks. They bomb your hospitals. They bomb your infrastructure, which no country should fight this way. Like, if a country has a plight with any other country, they go to war with their military, their ground forces, their sea forces, the Navy, the ground. You know what I'm saying? The latrine soldiers. But the U.S. never fought that way. Their tactics are against the sanctions, the war sanctions, and all of that. They go against the art of war, the rules of war, the rules of engagement. Go ahead.
So if I could, who's more profane than he?
Who's more profane? No one. No one. You understand? They go against you. So that's why everybody is scared to really. Everybody they sit back and they watch and they want a war with America because America is weak. But they know that as soon as America starts to attack, they're gonna start to attack you. They're not gonna target your military. They're gonna target your women, your children, your schools. So now go ahead.
And killed some 700 Pequot Indians, mostly women, children, and the elderly, who had gathered for their annual Green Corn Festival near the mouth of the Mystic River.
Right.
The next day, the governor of the Massachusetts Bay Colony declared a day of Thanksgiving.
Declared a what?
A day of Thanksgiving.
Declared a what?
A day of Thanksgiving.
News of this day of Thanksgiving traveled all over everywhere, all the way up to Lincoln and all it was known that this is what happened. And that's what they did. They called it a day of Thanksgiving. They called it a day of Thanksgiving where they got to murder women and children. Not beat up grown men that it was a good fight and we thought we was going to lose, but then the war tactics of our generals saved the day. Nah, that ain't what they talking about. They talking about straight up defenseless women, children, and the elderly. You know, the people with bad backs and broke knees, the ones that can't fight. You know what I'm saying? That's why the so-called oppressor is a coward, man. He's a coward, a piece of garbage. Go ahead.
A day of Thanksgiving because 700 unarmed men, women, and children had been murdered. This event marked the first actual Thanksgiving.
What?
Marked the first actual Thanksgiving.
It did what again?
Marked the first actual Thanksgiving.
The first actual Thanksgiving, man. That's where Thanksgiving comes from. That brutal history of murdering 700 people, women and kids. I really don't. Payback is a dog. That's all I got to say. Go ahead. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Right there. Habakkuk 2:12.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe to what?
Him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe means destruction, man. Destruction to him that build a town with blood, man. And that's how all these towns in America were built, with blood. With bloodshed and murder and unfair, unjust murder. Like, women and kids don't go to war. You understand? They don't pick up spears and bow and arrows and go to war with, for their country or whatever. They're children. But the so-called oppressor, he's such a bastard and an unfair practitioner. He's a practitioner of being really unfair and unjust. He'll go to war with your women and children. You know what I'm saying? Catch you off guard, and he'll kill your women and children, man. Payback is a dog. You gonna get your payback. You gonna get your pay. You know, these 600 shootings, you getting your payback. Now your kids are on the floor with the hair. Now you don't know if your kid's gonna die. Now it's mass shooters shooting your children. Unarmed. Shooting your elderly. Keep going.
Come. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood. And establisheth a city by iniquity.
Go ahead.
There can never be peace in America.
Never. Just like there can never be peace in the Middle East. There'll never be peace there neither. You know what I'm saying? Because these cities are established with iniquity, meaning sin established these cities. Keep going.
Verse 13. Behold, it is not of the Most High of hosts that the people shall labor in the very fire.
It's not of the Most High that our people should labor in this very fire that these cities was built under. You understand? We shouldn't have to. This scripture is saying we shouldn't have to be around this type of turmoil in that very fire. You understand? Meaning let America have what America has. Separate yourself from America, man. Stop celebrating these holidays. We don't even associate ourselves with these holidays, man. You understand? We don't even participate. We don't even go out. We because when the Lord takes vengeance, gets his payback, it's only righteous that he gets his payback for all these wicked holidays, man. These holidays are wicked as hell. And that's why you see, anybody notice anything about Halloween this year? You notice how dismal Halloween was, where they had to go out trick-or-treat on another day. I don't even think they even did really think anything on Halloween day. It was like, so. It's like, Halloween. Shh. Don't say it. You might jinx it. You know what I'm saying? It was like almost like they was like, don't say it's Halloween, man. Hey, look, let's have this one in silence or whatever. It was like it was very under the radar. It wasn't the pomp and circumstance like normal. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It was almost like that for Thanksgiving.
Right.
And you know, we've been in the we've been in the truth for so long now.
Yeah.
You get to see from the outside looking in how other people, how our people, they're still celebrating. It's like they don't really want to. You ask anybody, I don't care because it's a lot if I could.
Right.
I asked a lady, the lady was like, "You celebrate Halloween?" I wonder why she asked me that. I was like, no, I don't celebrate. She's like, yeah, I don't like it either because it's what she said, she's pagan. But we just like to get together and have dinner. It's like they know it's wrong to do.
Right, but
people know it's wrong to do.
But they're so engulfed in doing something.
Right.
And they say, well, we just get together and have dinner. Go ahead.
We can't get together no other time.
Right. She get together some other time, man. Right. You got other times to get together. Come on.
What was that movie with it's an African American movie where they had dinner every Sunday?
Mama's house, Big Mama's soul food.
Yeah, that wasn't a sin. It's not a sin to have dinner every Sunday. You can do that every Sunday. Like, people don't do that no more.
Right, because they let the oppressor tell them when they should get together, what feast they should have. And that's the whole point of us coming now and saying, let the Lord tell you what feast you should have. You should not be celebrating Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving was built off iniquity. What you was going to say, Pelaya?
American Indian. I'm just joking. And they be like, oh, I'm sorry.
Right, because they know.
I'm just joking. Those are my brothers and sisters. But the reason you said you're sorry is the reason you shouldn't be doing all this cooking and celebrating and discussing the holidays.
Damn right. You back them into a corner, so now they can't get mad at you for saying some something bad that happened on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You say I'm Native American. They say, oh, I'm sorry, because they know that the Native Americans are being done. They've been done so dirty, man. And that's what I don't understand. I don't understand how we as black people, why we do things without even wanting to know an explanation of why we doing them. You know what I'm saying? You should very well question everything. Why do you do certain things? Why do you participate in certain things? Because those things you participating in, and like in America would disguise Satan worship in a minute. They would disguise it and have you thinking, oh, you just singing a song, but really you singing a song about worshiping Satan, and that's just a song. Singing. And all of them sitting back, they sitting back going, oh, he's worshiping Satan, but he don't even know. And we just so gullible, you know what I'm saying, like that we keep doing it. Go ahead.
It's a lot, just real fast, if I could, on a personal note, right? So it's like with Thanksgiving and then like coming together for church on Sunday, right? My family I come from, they against it, right?
Right.
So every Sunday we would get together, but the men, even though they was doing whatever they was doing, they made us like box. They made us like play basketball every Sunday. Like brother brought up Soul Food, the movie. Every Sunday, all the men in the family would make us come together and do something. What's the word I'm looking for? Active.
Right.
Straight active. They don't sit in no damn church. That's how they would say it.
Right.
They ain't doing that.
Right. We gonna go run, exercise, and keep fit or something like that.
Show that they try to feminize it, man.
Right. Now I know why you so hard, Calvin. You know what I'm saying? They you know what I'm saying? They had me up in the Christian church and feminizing me. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight all the time against my feminization. I would not be, you know what I'm saying? Don't know. You know what I'm saying? Get in touch with your feminines. I cry every night. No, I'm not gonna cry. You know what I'm saying? My brother told me not to cry. Go ahead.
Christianity makes it even more wicked because they don't really know the history. Like you just brought out a whole history of violence, murder, deceitfulness
Right.
of people toward other people. And that's what we're celebrating today. But a Christian will go and say, well, you see, in scripture it says give thanksgiving to
Right.
What was that scripture?
Give thanks unto the Lord for all. It's plenty of them. You supposed to celebrate Thanksgiving. They use it as an excuse to celebrate the murder of our brothers and sisters. When you can give Thanksgiving any day. Every day you wake up, you're supposed to have Thanksgiving because it's a day you couldn't have woke up. You know what I'm saying? It's this day somebody didn't wake up. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to have Thanksgiving for that day. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't supposed to be thanking God for this time around, because this is built off a particular event, and it's telling you the event that it was built off of. It was built off the murder of 700 women and children. So you're supposed to have Thanksgiving every other day but this day. This is supposed to be a day of mourning, man. This is supposed to be a day where you remember your fallen foremothers and brothers and young children, where you say, nah, that's not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what would you do if your father was murdered, and on the day he was murdered, I say, hey, Lahab, we finna have a party, man. Ooh, Thanksgiving for your father, boy. Man, I know. You would be insulted, man. Lahab, a daggone Yakarai being for. So go ahead.
Lord, in the body of Christ, when there's a feast day or a high holy day, it's all about brotherhood and what the Lord did for our people and how we came together, right? When you look at, like, people today will get drunk and fight with their family members. Right. People will be at their Thanksgiving table, bringing out all the dirty laundry. Right. And some people got beef with each other and problems with each other's family.
Because you shouldn't be celebrating the victory of your oppressor. Our holidays celebrate our victories. And that's for us to look at it and say, our soldiers were strong. We achieved, we succeeded as a nation. And that's what we celebrate. Just let the oppressor have his Thanksgiving, because this is Thanksgiving, man. Hey, look. Why, if you are a Caucasian, be thankful, be happy that you murdered 700 women and children. We don't glory in that because it's very dishonorable to fight women and kids. But you know, you as a nation of coward bastards, yeah, that's cool with you. So have fun. But no, payback is coming. Payback is a dog, man. You understand? For your unfair fights. We're not going to celebrate it, though. That's the point. That's the point. We're not going to celebrate your unfair victories. You understand? In turn, we're going to celebrate our victories. The victories that the Lord and the Lord's army have over these nations, man. Right. What about when the Maccabees got together and beat those heathens back up into the mountains, man? Right. That's what we celebrate. We got Hanukkah coming up, man. The Feast of Dedication, where after they beat them heathens back up into the mountains, they rededicated the temple, man. Got all the grass and got all that stuff that growed up, put the menorah back where it's supposed to be. Man, come on now. That's what we celebrate. You understand? We celebrate that. We celebrate the victories our nation had. You ain't gonna make us celebrate what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? You get the victory over me through unjust ways. You throw dirt in my eyes and or beat me in some unfair way, and then I celebrate that. That's what we doing when we celebrate that Thanksgiving. Right. We celebrate the oppressor having the victory over us. Right. And he makes us do it because what it does is it further grinds in the fact that we are under him. But no sweat, when Christ comes back and establishes his kingdom, he'll be celebrating Hanukkah. He'll be celebrating the Passover when their children died. He'll be celebrating the times when he suffered and died too. And we'll be, hey, we killed y'all. You understand? Because that's what's happening. We'll be able to celebrate the victory that the Most High give us over these other nations, man. You know what I'm saying? With that, we're going to clap it up. Turn the class over to Priest and Officer K. Out of War.
This is ISUBK security announcement. We got an ISUBK under Commander General Yohanes. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which a brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in the Hebrew. Mayasharah 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation.
Upcoming holy convocation is the, again, like I said, Hanukkah. It's the feast of dedication. You can find it. It's the Salakia. It's the feast of dedication. Hanukkah is the 25th day of the 9th month over the space of 8 days, and this will begin Saturday, December the 17th at sundown. Right? You can find that in First Maccabees chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. You understand? Again, that was the time where the Maccabees under Mattathias, regained the temple back from the Edomites, from the heathens, where they had sacrificed all kind of abomination on our altars and desecrated our temples and moved that menorah, that big 4 foot, I think it was 4 foot high menorah, out of its place. You understand? This menorah, this candlestick right here, they moved it out of its place, and the Maccabees and the Mattathias went and got it back. You understand? And restored the temple. You understand? They had let weeds grow up and let shrubberies, grow up all around the temple, and the temple looked a horrible mess. And after we, gave them other nations, those Edomites, a good shellacking, send them back to the Caucasus Mountains, we went and restored our temple. And that's what the Feast of Dedication is all about. You know what I'm saying? We shall be restoring the temple here, decorating it, making it look real good, rededicating it to the Most High. That's Salakia. It was something I needed you to say. Oh, announce the new YouTube page for the videos, for the camp videos.
So ISUK 704, of course, we on the YouTube. Subscribe, like, and share. Subscribe to our channel. Get these classes. We got another YouTube page, UPK Charlotte. UPK Charlotte. That's UPK SHARLOTTE. UPK Charlotte. Check us out on YouTube. Brand new channel. Just hit that subscribe button and never miss out on new notifications. Hit that notification bell. Never miss out when we drop a new video and get this fire content that we steady dropping all day, every day, 24/7.
Right. UPK Charlotte is the new YouTube page. You're going to see videos going up. You see our camp videos going up on that page. So if you haven't subscribed to UPK Charlotte, go to YouTube right now. Do it right now. Go to YouTube and type in UPK Charlotte. Make sure you subscribe and like the videos, like and share the videos, so we can get this, so we can keep pushing this truth. All right.
Christ. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Ahmadian, which means everybody stand in the Hebrew. Wapanya Hakwadam, which means everybody turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodah, Hayah, Shamkar, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Tab'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawah, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanaw, Nakam, Kad, Yawam, Basalat Lanaw, Kabawaf now, Kasalat now, Kabawaf now, Wala'ah, Tabiyah now, Banasaya One, Abal, Abashah now, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalaka, Wa'ala, Watapara, La'awalam, Amon.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it.
It's a prayer for the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Hashem Yahushua.
Baba Kushah.
Baba Kushah.
The Thun Lanaw. Lakak. Hakak. Larapa'a. Kal Makala. Kal Madawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazariah. Hakak. La Akuyon. Amakim. Hakak. Rakawa. Atama Allah. Lagabashan. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Wada Amon.
In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
please give us the power,
Give us the power.
the power to heal
Power to heal.
all manner of sickness
All men of sick.
and all manner of disease,
And all men of disease.
the power to cleanse the lepers,
Power to cleanse the leper.
the power to raise the dead,
Power to raise the dead.
the power against unclean spirits,
Power against a clean spirit.
to cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of
In
Yahushua,
the name of Yahushua.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So big. It's a prayer for the blessing. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahushua. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Allahai. Mataz Ab Ya'ah. Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawap. Ha Surrender. Ha Quarter Yo. Ha Koya Yo. Wa Hakwapi. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Wada Amon.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
and Yahushua,
And Yahushua.
and Michael,
And Michael.
and the angels,
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohana,
Commander General Yohana.
the generals,
The general.
the captains,
Captain.
the officers,
The officers.
the troopers,
Troop.
and the
And
sisters.
the sister.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of
In
Yahushua,
the name of Yahushua.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be
So
it.
big.
This is a prayer for the curses. Bless you, Yahweh,
Bless you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth.
and all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh.
in the name of
In the
Yahushua,
name of Yahushua.
listen to us now,
Listen to us now.
right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses
Send evils and curses.
and punishment and destruction. Salakia. Okay, come. To the heathen
To the heathen.
that speak against us,
Speak against us.
thy
Thy
prophets,
prophets.
the princes,
The princes.
the teachers,
Teachers.
the priests,
The priests.
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brother.
and the school.
And the school.
Send evils and
Send
curses
evils and curses.
and punishment and
And
destruction
punishment and destruction.
to the heathen
To the heathen.
and shake
And
loose
shake loose.
the treasure of the rich
Treasures of the rich.
of Israel
Israel.
that refuse
That refuse
to give to the school,
to give to the school.
force their riches
Force their riches.
to enter into thy
Enter
sanctuary.
into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and
Send
curses
evils and curses.
and punishment and
And
destruction
punishment and destruction.
to the
To
Edomites
the Edomites.
and the
And
nations
the nation.
and their drug
And
dealers,
the drug
the
dealers.
court system,
Court system.
the prison system,
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood.
all the governments of our enemies,
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and all.
Roman Catholic
Roman
Church,
Catholic Church.
the Pope,
Pope.
Islam,
Islam.
Christianity,
Christianity.
Egyptology,
Egyptology.
militia,
Militia.
Ku Klux Klan,
Klux Klan.
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation.
skinheads,
Skinhead.
Posse Comitatus,
Pascomatized.
the gay movement,
Gay movement.
the lesbian movement,
Lesbian movement.
spies,
Spies.
workers of witchcraft,
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space
NASA
program,
space program.
Army,
Army.
Navy,
Navy.
Air Force,
Air Force.
Marines,
Marine.
Wall Street,
Wall Street.
open up the internet
Open up the internet.
and the airways,
And the airways.
the cable access channels,
Cable access channels.
and the radio
And the
channels.
radio channel.
Convict the spirit
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people
any of thy people
that seek to stop
that
us
seek to stop us
and bring swift
and bring
destruction
swift destruction
to all the
to
heathen
all the heathen
that stand in the way
that stand in the way.
or try to stop us
Try to stop
from broadcasting your words
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
Let
plagues,
loose all the plagues.
cause them to go to and
Cause
fro
them to go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth.
and consume them.
Consume them.
Let the plagues
Let the plague
shake the house of the thief
shake the house of the thief
and the murderer.
and the murderer.
Let Yahushua,
Let Yahweh
Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down with the flying
down
saucers
with the flying sauce
and punish all the heathens
punish all the heathen
that come up against
that come
us
up against us
as we speak thy
as we
word.
speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by
To
all
be known by all
that it is the angels
that it is the angels
that have done it.
that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be spread
through the media
through the media
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause the shake of thy coming.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua,
name of Yahushua.
thank you.
Thank you.
Always,
Always.
so be it.
So big. Saw, which means to turn. Sisters Yashar, which means to be seated. Men of Israel saw, which means turn. Men of Israel will give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Majbat, Amadi, Barak, Yah Bashim, Yah Shabrakatah. Men of Israel saw, which means turn. Sisters Amadi, which means stand. Men of Israel give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Majbat, Amadi, Barak, Yahya Matar, Class Smith.